Well, it will be a weekend of protests, hundreds of protests set for this weekend against the data center build-out and AI build-out. Demonstrators are calling on lawmakers to protect local communities, ensure AI poses no national security risk. Both red and blue states set to see these protests, including Arizona, Florida, Illinois, New York, and more. Communities claim that they want a voice in how the data centers will impact their daily life. Joining me now is American Energy Institute CEO Jason Isaac. Jason, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. What are your thoughts on the data center pushback that we're hearing from Democrats, and who do you think is behind these protests? Who's paying for it?
Yeah, this is interesting, Maria. 11 years ago, I was in the Texas House of Representatives serving as the subcommittee chairman on small business, and we were actually meeting with companies to attract data centers to Texas, educating them about our predictable regulatory climate, our business-friendly environment. And to date, we have over 300 data centers in Texas that are subsidizing our public education to nearly $1 billion. That's $1 billion reduction on homeowners' tax burdens that they're paying to property taxes. And now all of a sudden this opposition is coming up opposed to this critical digital infrastructure. And that's what the American Energy Institute did. We started doing research and finding out who some of the organizations were behind this. Millions of dollars flowing in from the EU, from British billionaires, from nonprofits in Britain opposing the data center, this critical digital infrastructure build out in the United States, flowing into organizations that generally oppose the oil and gas industry, the coal industry, and the nuclear industry here in Texas, of which we proudly represent, or I should say oppose it in the U.S. Yeah. But it's groups like Sierra Club, Indivisible, and Greenpeace, and others, these climate alarmist organizations that are really opposing this build out of critical infrastructure.
Well, look, we've got a new report from Chinese watch group State Armor, urging Congress to investigate foreign influence in these upcoming data center protests. And that's really what I want to know about. Do you think there's Chinese influence here? The group writing a letter to Congress saying, in part, China has every strategic incentive to delay or complicate America's ability to build a computing infrastructure necessary to maintain the lead in AI. Jason, so your thoughts on who is behind this, and is this foreign influence?
Yeah, our first report showed that there was influence from the Europe, and we have another report coming out here in a matter of days, aligned with what State Armor has found, that will show there is clear CCP influence from not only individuals within China, but from the Chinese Communist Party opposing this AI infrastructure build out. They want to win this battle to be the energy dominant and AI dominant. President Trump is right on his moves just recently that America should lead the AI digital infrastructure race.
A new report argues that data centers are not causing any increase in utility costs. Bad energy policies are. City Journal concluding that the, quote, data centers are unusually large and steady customers. It allows the utility to sell more power through infrastructure it has already built, meaning it collects more revenue while lowering the average cost per kilowatt hour. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, meanwhile, signed a new moratorium on data center buildouts in New York. Here's what the governor said this week. Watch.
These hyperscale AI data centers consume enormous amounts of power, truly threatening to outpace our grid's capacity. The bottom line is progress shouldn't arrive with a higher utility bill, depleted water supply, or noise pollution.
Jason, the Trump administration has already directed data center companies to generate their own power and not pass on energy costs to the consumer. But the Democrats are completely blowing it off as if he never said that.
Yeah, what we're witnessing is the reindustrialization of America. I believe it was on your show yesterday. You mentioned how Meta says there is a need for 500,000 electricians. I don't know many broke or unemployed electricians. You look at the opportunities available for HVAC, for electricians, for plumbers. There's incredible job opportunities. And President Trump getting the largest data center companies that are using this critical digital infrastructure to sign a ratepayer protection pledge. Many of them are building their own private grids to provide their own electricity. Those are creating incredible job opportunities. It was New York that banned high-pressure hydraulic fracturing or fracking decades ago. That has been terrible policy. That took private property rights from people that own minerals in the state of New York. That has been terrible for their energy prices in the state of New York. It is blue states and their policies, their climate alarmist-driven policies that increase the cost of electricity.
Yeah.
And that new report is correct. We have an opportunity to lower the cost of electricity by building out more infrastructure paid for by these large users.
And yet homeowners are also facing new challenges in determining their property value. You've got a new report arguing climate risk scores can depress home values by assigning flood, wildfire, and other climate risks, which overall lowers the value of a home without any scientific evidence. Tell us more.
Yeah, FEMA comes in and rates people, and this is where your insurance is rated on whether you're in a flood zone area. We found one specific example of a home that had been on the market for a very long period of time. It was a nice home, and it was rated at the lowest rating within FEMA for a flood risk. And it comes out that there's a company called First Street that had assessed it a climate score of 9 out of 10, so almost one of the highest threats for floods, when they had a small water feature that they had built into the home in the front of their home, and nowhere near any potential for a flood. But this was creating a climate risk on many of the websites that list this property. And so every company that has an online presence is giving it a high score. So that's going to increase the cost for future purchasers, ultimately reducing the cost of homes and driving up this need for more homes because of this climate agenda. It's another way to use ESG, this environmental and social governance, which I call everyone's suffering guaranteed, manipulation against the real estate market and private individual homeowners.
All right, Jason, we'll be watching all of that. Good to talk with you this morning. Thanks so much. Jason Isaac joining us. All right, we will take a short break and come right back. Stay with us.